Bear Paw Pumpkin Soup for Halloween. William Hovey Smith, 2011.
I'm Hovey Smith, the backyard sportsman, and it is Halloween week, and I'm cleaning out my freezer. And guess what? I'm a hunter, and I find some pretty peculiar things in my freezer from time to time. So we are going to make a really unusual Halloween meal that will feature pumpkin, yeah, good axe by the way, done in a different fashion, puffball mushrooms, always onions, and peppers, as well as an ingredient that I'll keep secret for just a little bit. Those of you who have read the title already know what it is, but don't tell anybody else. So let's keep it a secret, huh? There is going to be splatter today, guys. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to sling some stuff. So when we come back, we're going to start cutting up some of this material, and I'll show you how it's done. Well, this is the common puffball mushroom. It is found all over North America, and they can get huge. I mean, they can get this size. But this is about as much mushroom as we need for one pot of soup. Now, the first thing we're going to do is cut this root portion off here with the soil on it. Okay. You see it's starting to turn slightly dark on the inside. That means this is just a little past its prime, and proceed to dice it. Okay. Yeah, this is getting started here. You can see it turning black right in here. But like I say, it's still okay. So this, you could peel it actually. I don't. I usually just slice it. There is a beetle. Okay. They like mushrooms too, by the way. Okay. Now, we're going to put a little salt on these and saute them. We're now progressing along a little bit. I took the onion and I cut it up and sauteed it. And this is a lightly sauteed mushroom right here. What does it taste like? A little chewy. Basically tastes of fungus and salt. Okay. Now this is a ginger root. I would have used ginseng if I could get it. Ginseng was thought by the Native Americans to have some really magical qualities, particularly if it happened to be man-shaped with two roots that go down like that. But at any rate, so we're going to use a little ginger here. Now, ginger is a radish, and it gives heat. So in your ginger use, you want to be fairly sparing about it and cautious. This is a small so-called pie pumpkin. Now you can do much more with pumpkin besides just make pumpkin pies. It is a squash after all, and you can eat it as a vegetable. Now we're going to use this hatchet here to bust it up. If you have a huge pumpkin like this, then by all means take it outdoors and use an axe and put down plenty of paper, because you're going to get splatter all over everywhere, as you will see. Okay, lost one half. Okay, got seeds. Yes, sir. Seeds scattering everywhere. Reclaim our favorite piece here. Okay. Slice off the stem. That piece is already gone. Okay. Now that's basic pumpkin busted. Now we're going to remove these seeds And if you want, you can dry these seed and take them out there and put them for your birds. But quite frankly, I haven't found that birds think they're very palatable. Okay. So we're going to put these in a pot and boil it. And then we'll extract this rind and make a mush out of it. And then that will be actually the central part of the soup base. Now I told you kids to be careful when you went out there with those axes to bust those pumpkins, because you don't want this to happen to you. Whoa! These look familiar? Well, no, these are not off some unfortunate child. These are in fact bare feet. This is a front paw, and this is the rear paw. And so we're going to chop these and put them in this pot and pressure cook them. And this will provide the meat base for this soup I'm doing. Now the reason we use the paws is because of these tendons and joints. These give flavor to the dish. And there'll also be a little meat salvage from this. So we're going to take these bones, cut them up, then boil them good, separate the bones, and then continue with our soup making. Well, as you see, our cutting board wasn't up to the task. So we're going to just put a couple of these in whole, and then we'll separate the meat from them later. We are resuming with our Halloween soup. Now this is a pressure cooker in which I cooked the bare paws, and we added some corn, we added some tomatoes, and here go the onions. Yes, always onions. They go in there. And we had our puffball mushrooms. Yes, they go in there. Oh. And of course, we now have our pumpkin. So this goes in. And this has been boiled and the husk removed and then mashed. So this will come out to be a fairly smooth product once it's purried. I'm going to throw in a little bit of ginger at this stage. Just about yay much, which is, say, a heaping teaspoon. And that should be quite enough, I would think. All right, that's starting to look good now. There are those of you who don't believe me. But yes, that starts to look good. All right. Now, the paws. They have been cooked and they have been boiled. And here we go. Well, I'm still a little bit on the warm side. And pull off the meat and put that in there. Separate the bones. Just do this with the fingers. You get a gelatin out of it. And what you particularly want in here is you want the lean meat particles. Okay. All right. Now if you have foot problems or if you're studying to be a podiatrist, now this is exactly what you need to be doing, by the way. Yeah, you need to get you a bear or have a friend shoot you one so you can actually see how this is done. Because there's no other better way to get a look at mammalian feet than doing exactly what I'm doing right now. See these nice little joints here? This is what gives so many people foot problems. Yeah, that looks good. And guess who's going to enjoy this? Now my hound dogs are going to get this. Yes, they will. And I guarantee you they will much enjoy munching down on these bones. Okay. A little bit. Now some of you right now going, yeah! Well, don't worry about it. You know, all this is meat. The animal is already dead. I just happen to be eating a part of it that most people don't consume. Nothing wrong with it. Teaching people a little bit about anatomy along the way. Getting something a little bit unusual in the soup pot. Yeah. In the Orient, they eat many more bear paws than we do. And this is what you get your gelatin from, by the way. And no, it is not nasty. This is fine. Edible food products. Protein. If you shoot it, you use it. Yes, sir. If I'm going to take an animal's life, I'm going to use as much of it as I physically can. Now, I haven't even told you about Pickles pig feet yet. Oh, you know, you can buy those in almost any store in North America. Okay. Bear paws? Well, them you sort of have to go out and get yourself. Bears are becoming increasingly common throughout North America. A nice set of semi-articulated bones there. So there will be a bear hunting opportunity coming soon to a location near you. So you can do this. The ginger is starting to work a little bit. I can just barely taste it. So okay, we can put the pepper in. We can do that. Alright. It's not there yet. It needs salt. It's got enough fats in it. The onion content is good. Can use another can of tomatoes, I think. A little black pepper. And just cooking down a bit to reduce its volume by about 30%. Too much. 12%. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We've got our bear paw soup here. And what I've done is I added another large can of tomatoes to it, which gave it a pleasing red color. And it contrasts with the corn, as you see. And, well, yeah, there's some meat in there, and you can certainly see the mushrooms. Okay. See what it would taste like here. I threw in another pepper too, but I don't really taste it, and I don't really taste the black pepper. Meat certainly tender, sweet. Bones right. Finally, I'm getting a little heat from the ginger. Well, it's certainly a passable product. I wouldn't say I'd go out of my way for it, but yeah, it's certainly edible. And it used all the parts of the animal, so that's what we were after doing. Okay. So here's to your Halloween bear paw soup. Salute! Well, for now, this is Hovey Smith reminding you to hunt what you eat what you hunt, even bear paws. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, and see you next time.
I talk about cooking in all of my books like Backyard Deer Hunting, Extreme Muzzle Loading, Practical Bow Fishing, and Crossbow Hunting. Now you can find these on my website, www.hoviesmith.com. I also have a radio show, Hovie's Outdoor Adventures. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors.